Okay, sports fan, it's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, and today I have, through watching other YouTubers in the sports gaming replay community, I've seen a lot of out of the park baseball being played. So I decided to get myself a copy. The particular copy I ordered was only $15, so it's really not a lot of money. And you can see that you've got options over here: new standard game, historical game, new custom game, and actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that this has like a lot of past season, like maybe every past season or a lot of past seasons included in it. This is Out of the Park 20, so it's it's I guess it's the newest, the latest and greatest. And what I've been doing is I've actually been I took the Chicago White Sox and I have started a season with the most recent in the game Out of the Park Chicago White Sox. And it's a very interesting game. I mean, right now what I'm doing is, since I'm not that familiar with it, I didn't want to take on a lot of responsibilities. So I'm not the GM, I'm not the owner in GM or whatever else you can be. I'm just the field manager. And I'm leaving decisions, personnel decisions, scouting, all of that is left up to either the scouting department or the assistant GM or some other computer entity on my team. All I do is manage the team on the field that I'm given. So let's get into it. I'm going to load game because obviously I said I've started it, and I've got new game 2 here is the most recent one. And I'm going to say okay. And I want to point out, I'm not that familiar with it yet. I'm just kind of still getting my feet wet. But you can see here, you're in the manager's office. There's me up there. And I've got, let's see, let's go to, go to news and email. And you can see, let's see. Let's go to my original email. Yeah, here it is. Zolke hired in Chicago. And what that email says was Bob Zolke has officially taken over as GM and manager of the Chicago White Sox. Although really, I'm delegating the GM duties to the assistant GM. There's a lot of faith in him to do the job, but I'm not so sure how much rope he will get, said a Major League Baseball source close to the team who wished to stay anonymous. They're really counting on him to do the job, he added, the 52-year-old out of the United States, which is actually kind of outdated, but it's probably based on what the game is, but I'm 53, not 52. So anyway, let's see. Oh, and then now here's a personal email from Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner. It says, Bob, welcome to the new season. I hope the off-season has treated you well. This is also a reminder that your goal is to stay respectable on the field. Now, I was given 3 goals, and I don't know if I can find the email with that in it. But my 3 goals that were assigned to me by ownership were to not completely suck, which I'm not sure if I can really attain that, but we'll see. Right now I'm 3-5, and according to the team, that's see right here, it says don't suck completely this season, and I'm 3-5, and it's in pink. So I'm guessing the fact that it's in pink, because it would be in green if I was doing a good job, I think. So the fact that it's in pink means that I'm slipping towards not attaining this goal. I also have to upgrade at catcher this season, and you can see James McCann so far is only hitting 158. He's got a slash line of 158, 238, 316. in 19 at bats. And again, it's in pink, so I think they're thinking to themselves that I'm slipping on that too. And then this one is keep building your team up in order to reach the playoffs by 2023. So, now this one, I guess I can't really say anything about that because that's way off in the future. So we'll see. Now I did put it on. There's a mode you can put it. There's two options. You can put it on a mode where you can't be fired, and you can also put it on a mode where you can be fired. But I thought it would be more entertaining to put it on that I can be fired. So we'll see how, as the season progresses, whether I even make it through the season or whether I do make it through the season, but they only, they tell me, listen, you didn't do that well, you didn't really meet the goals the way we wanted, and so you've got some short rope going into this next season. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not familiar with the game, but I would assume that since you want to be able to always play the game, that if I got fired by the White Sox, I would have offers, quote unquote, offers from other teams to to manage their team. So I guess we'll just get right into this now. I'm still feeling my way with this, so let's see here. Tomorrow, Tampa Bay. My last game I lost to Seattle 5-3. So we're going to go to the next game. Do you want to auto play the selected to the selected date? And you say yes. And then I've got a personal message. So what's this one? Let's see. Weekly team power rankings, and you can see we are 23rd out of 30 teams. So, not that good. Let's see here. We've got an evaluation from one of the scouts of the Tampa Bay Rays before the game. And it's going to be Santana going up for me against Snell, so that doesn't really bode well. And then Rodon against Charlie Morton, and then Covey against Glasnow. So really none of that looks very good to me. And let's go back to the... let's see if I can get back to the power rankings. And let's go down to Tampa Bay. Let's see if we can find where Tampa Bay is. Well, Tampa Bay is below us. Yeah. So maybe they're not doing that well. I don't know. But anyway, see, here this says play game now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the game. I'm not going to bore you anymore with the... want to get into this. Pretty much I go with the lineup. Once in a while I'll make changes to it. But let's see. Yeah, and this is just listing the position. This is not really... This is the positions and starting pitcher. It's not really the lineup. So... and you can see who I've got playing. McCann at catcher, Alonso at first, Yolmer Sanchez at second, who's no longer with the team in real life, Moncada at third, Tim Anderson at short, Delmonico in left, who I don't think is with the team or he's in the minors, Lurie Garcia in center, and Polka in right. So even though this is 2020, it's still a little outdated. Jimenez is in the minors for me, but I don't know what the whole thing is with how he would have to be brought up or what. Although, as I said, I am leaving that to the computer GM or assistant GM, since I am technically the GM. So, and I have over here you can assign different things. I'm in charge of the offensive strategy. I've got the computer in charge of the base running. I'm in charge of the pitching strategy. I've got the computer in charge of the defensive strategy, although I think I can probably still make defensive, bring the infield in or whatever. I'm not sure. And then substitutions is up to me. It's how it should be. So anyway, up here we got start the game, and I love the graphics. You got the logos, and it's as far as how the look of the game, it's a lot better than than Stratomatic. But of course, Stratomatic is it's not really meant to be a graphics based game. It's more the results based off the cards. So I'll turn the sound down a little bit. But the sound isn't too bad. It's not too loud. But you can see here, so we've got Kiermaier batting against Santana. You go up here, you say pitch. And it's setting the stage for everything. And then there's a fly out. Looks like it's going to be to the right fielder. So now this is Yandy Diaz batting against Santana, and I'll pitch. And it gets through for a base hit. So it's cool. You can see the base runners and everything. I like how you can see all of that. Next guy, no, he's trying to steal. So now pitch.
Strike three, you're out.
So there's 2 down with a man at second. And we pitch, and looks like that's going to be an out, and we're out of the inning. And you can see the guys walk off the field and everything. It's cool. So now we're batting against Snell with the leadoff hitter, which is Lurie Garcia. I'm going to swing away. Now you also have the option, you can say take a pitch. So wherever they are in the count, whatever, you'll take the pitch. But I usually just say swing away and get to the result, which is kind of like how it is in Stratomatic. And did he? No, fly out. And so yeah, I mean, you can see this is kind of cool. It's got the players' faces, although like it's kind of artwork of their faces. Was that a hit? No, out. So there we're out of the inning. It's 0-0. Irvin Santana dealing, and Santana again, he's not really with the team, but I probably could go in and say let's bring up whatever Kopech or somebody like that, but I'm not really at the point where I'm comfortable doing that just yet. Although that may get to the point where I need to do that. Now he's going to go to third, and yeah. So now we got runners at the corners with 1 out. I'm still going to keep the infield back. It's early in the game, and maybe we can get a ground ball double play. But that's going to be a home run. So now we're down 3-0. And if they didn't like the fact that I was 3-5, they ain't going to like the fact that I'm 3-6 if I lose this game. So Tampa Bay ahead 3-0, and I'm going up against Snell, so that doesn't bode particularly well for me. I'll pitch. And that's going to be that. So now we're down 3-0 because of a 3-run home run. And the team has been scoring runs. That's one thing I can say about this is, and I mean, they haven't really shown it here. They haven't busted out. But I've had some games, like I had one game where I scored 12 runs. I had another game where I scored 7 or 8. Another game where I scored around that many, 7. So we can score at least. All right, double play. So like I said, it's going to be interesting. I wanted to put it on the mode where I can be fired just to see what happens when and if that happens.
Strike three.
And in fact, whether there is another team out there that says, "Hey, here we want you to be our manager," or whatever. So, and then that way it's dictated by the game. The White Sox can say, "All right, we're done with you. We've seen what you can do, and it's not that impressive," and it may end up being that way. So, So what are we doing here? Is this? Yeah, Snell is pitching. So we got 2 outs and a walk, 2-out walk, and man at first, 2 out, and we strike out. So Santana back out to the mound, Irvin Santana. The cool thing about this game is it seems like what it is it's based on, like, there's a number of skill sets, and the players are rated for those skill sets and what they're rating in it. Like, for instance, speed 60, stuff like that. So it's not based off of a card. So, like, if this was Irvin Santana's card in Stratomatic, it would probably be horrible, and there would be no chance that he would even be usable. But if he's rated based on his skill sets, that's not really predetermined how he can do. And not necessarily would he be as bad as as what his Stratomatic card might be. Oh man, an error on first. Are you kidding me? All right. So this game is going very poorly. We may well be 3-6 after this. So it's 4-0 Tampa Bay, and we're coming to bat. It would be nice to see us, like, do the bust out that we've done, that I've seen this team do in the past. Fly out to left. Swing away. That's going to be an out to second. And swing away. And so this is something I plan to do every now and again. I will pop back in on the season and, at certain points and say, here the White Sox right now this is our record, and this is where we are in the standings, and then play a game, let you guys see an update and how we're doing. So there was a double. So Irvin Santana is getting his butt handed to him, but this is not a game where I really want to go through the bullpen, because I'm already down 4-0 in a game that that I'm potentially definitely going to lose. And now there's another base hit, although I might have to take him out soon anyway, because you just can't sit here and watch him get pummeled. 2 strikes. Could be a double play, and it is. So he barely gets out of that mess. Still 4-0. And there's a base hit through the diving second baseman. Let's see. Yonder Alonso. See, and again, Yonder Alonso, he was sent down, or he was cut by Chicago. And his card would be terrible. His Stratomatic card next year is going to be terrible. But that's not necessarily the case with what his ratings might be. So All right, we sent him out there. We're in the top of the sixth now. We're with Irvin Santana still out there. I want him to get as many innings as he can. I don't know. Yeah, and another Tim Anderson, not a very good defensive shortstop. So that has been an issue. But we definitely, well, there's a ripping double. Probably another run scored. So, yeah. All right, so now you go out to the mound, visit mound. And Santana says, I should be fine for this inning. We'll see after how much more I can handle. Yeah, well, you can't handle anything more, dude. So I'm going to get Aaron Bummer up in the bullpen. And then we're going to go back to the game so that he can warm up.
Strike three, you're out.
And then pitch again. It's 5-0 Tampa Bay. Looks like that's going to be a fly out to left. So he gets out of the inning after that. And but now we're down 5-0. So unless we do have one of those explosions, and it's not likely off of Snell, that's probably what the real problem is that we're batting against Snell, who probably got great ratings based off the year that he had last year. Like, I think maybe these ratings are made based off how the players were in 2018 and not in 2019. So now I'm going to go to visit the mound. I'm definitely tiring, but I can dig deeper. No, let's change the pitcher. We got Bummer is tiring, so I'm going to put him in now. Back to game action. It doesn't seem like you have to have them warming up very long, because that really was not that long. Bummer walks the guy. Pitch again. And that's going to be a big hit. And I'm not sure if this is because Bummer's tired or whatever, or that he was tiring. But, yeah, 6-0. No sense in bringing the infield in. We're not going to get 6 runs off of Snell. So and plays a 7th inning stretch to take me out of the ball game at the 7th inning stretch. So swing away. 7-0 here. So really, we've got to pretty much explode because this is the bottom of the 7th. And that's not going to happen with a double play. And then swing away.
Strike three.
Okay, so top of the 8th, I'm going to keep Bummer out there. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get through the game with just Bummer in relief so that the rest of the bullpen is fresh for the other games. And that's an out, so we're out of the inning. Seven nothing, bottom of the 8th. Base hit. Strike 3, 1 out, 2 outs. There's a base hit. So, who's up? Yonder Alonso. It'll be nice if he could jack one, but no, he strikes out. Yeah, try to get Bummer through this game. I think he probably can do that. It's going to be a pop-up for the second out. And then it's an out. So, here we go. Got to get 7 runs right here. One out.
Strike 3, you're out.
2 outs.
Strike 3.
And that's it. We lose 7-0 to Tampa Bay. That's not going to do anything for my job security. So, and then you get the recap of the game. So, there you go. Then you leave game. Go back to manager's office, see if there's anything going on there. But you can see now we're 3-6 and only above Cleveland in the Central Division, who's 2-7. So now James McCann's light green now for the upgraded catcher this season. So they obviously are starting to be impressed with that, but this is still in pink or red, so don't suck completely. They consider 3-6 to be sucking completely, I'm sure. So anyway, that was it. That's just a look at my season and my out of the park, and just a little preview of things to come. I'll from time to time be doing out of the park games, showing you guys what's going on with my season and my job security. But for right now, it's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, signing off.